So let me ask you a question that might be just a little bit uncomfortable. Is your practice actually growing or is it just busy? Because those two things may feel the same from the inside. Your schedule is full, your team is running hard, you're working long days. But at the end of the year, when you look at your revenue, your new patient numbers, your retention rate, are they moving or are they basically the same as they were last year? Busy and growing are not the same thing. And the difference between them is not how hard you've been working. Today, I want to show you exactly what separates a practice that is growing from one that is just staying full and what it takes to actually make that shift. Now, the trap that most practice owners fall into is this: they confuse capacity with growth. When you're booked out 2 weeks, it feels like momentum. It feels like things are working. And so you keep doing what you're doing, seeing patients, managing your team, putting out fires, and you never really stop to ask whether your practice itself is actually advancing. Meanwhile, the things that would actually create growth, like a consistent marketing strategy, a documented patient retention system, trackable metrics, scalable operations, those things get pushed to the back burner every week for years. And then one day the schedule opens up. A competitor maybe moves in nearby. A key staff member leaves. A referral source dries up. And you realize that you've been running very hard on a treadmill. You've been busy, but you haven't been building. I want to tell you about an orthopedic surgeon from a few years ago. He had been in private practice for 11 years, excellent reputation, consistently booked 6 to 8 weeks out. From outside, his practice looked like a success story. But when you looked at his actual numbers, the new patient volume, 12-month retention, revenue per patient, referral source trends, the picture was different. His new patient volume had been essentially flat for 4 years. His top referral source, a primary care group, had started seeing patients to another competitor. And because he had no direct to patient marketing running, no retention system, and no way to track where his growth was coming from, he had no way to respond. He wasn't failing, but he wasn't growing either. He was running a very full, very efficient machine that had quietly stopped advancing. He allowed 4 changes: a predictable new website funnel, a documented retention system, a set of weekly metrics that he could review in just 10 minutes, and a simple team operations framework so his staff could execute consistently without him in every room. Within 8 months, his new patient volume went up 34%. His 90-day retention rate jumped from 44% to 71%. And for the first time in years, he said he felt like he was running an actual business, not just a practice. So here's the distinction that I want to make concrete for you. The busy practice is fully booked, but revenue is flat. The owner is the bottleneck. Marketing only happens when the schedule slows down. Patients come in once and don't reliably return. And everything, every process, every decision lives only in someone's head. But the growing practice looks different. Capacity expands because systems scale, not because the owner works more hours. The team consistently runs without constant oversight. Marketing is always running in the background. Patients return, refer, and stay. And the entire operation runs on documented systems that are repeatable by anyone and every time. Here's the line I want you to hold on to. Busy is a feeling, but growth is a strategy. You can't feel your way to a growing practice. You have to build one. So what does that strategy actually look like? Well, let me break it down into 4 pillars. Pillar number 1 is a predictable new patient flow, a consistent marketing system that brings in new patients every month, not just when you have time to think about it and not just when the schedule dips. A funnel that runs whether you're in the office or not. Pillar number 2 is a documented retention system. Onboarding sequences, follow-up touch points, and reactivation campaigns that keep your existing patients engaged and coming back, and also referring others. Retention is the highest return on investment activity of any practice. And in most practices, they don't have a system at all. Pillar number 3 is a scalable team and operations. Processes that are so clearly documented that your team delivers a consistent, high-quality patient experience, whether you're in the room or not. Growth requires that the practice can operate without the owner being there for a single point of failure. And pillar number 4, measurable growth metrics. You track cost per new patient, retention rate, patient lifetime value, and referral source trends, and you renew them monthly. You can't improve what you don't measure, and you can't grow intentionally if you don't know what's working. All 4 pillars working together. That's what separates a growing practice from just a busy one. So here's what I want you to understand. The practice that you want to build, the one that gives you financial momentum, clinical freedom, and the ability to take a week off without everything falling apart, that practice is not built by just working harder. It is built by building the 4 things I just showed you. You don't need to be bigger to start. You don't need a marketing budget that rivals a hospital system. You need a strategy, a written, documented, measurable growth strategy, and the willingness to build it just one piece at a time. Because busy wears you out, growth compounds. And those are 2 very different places to be in 5 years from now. So if you looked at that list of the 4 pillars, and you recognize that one or more of them is missing from your practice right now, well, that's exactly where we need to start. If you take a look at the link on this page, you'll see a way to contact me either by phone, by email, or to schedule an appointment on my calendar. And we can take 20 or 30 minutes to begin the process of figuring out where you are and where you want to go. No pitch, no pressure, just an opportunity to show you the possibilities. My name is Kurt Landreth, and I look forward to talking with you soon.